All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. Before we get into this week's breakdown, I want to talk about the channel in general, right? So we've got a lot of content that your average Cowboys fan is going to love, right? We've got highlights from the game against Tampa Bay. We've got a video up right now that is just isolates every single one of Dak's throws, so you can just watch Dak play. We've got a video up right now that is a video of the Chargers offense. We're playing the Chargers this week on Sunday, right? So those are the videos that the casual fan is really going to enjoy. This video is a little bit different, right? So the breakdown videos are designed for football junkies. These are guys that watch video and footage and football all week long. They're watching for the X's and O's. They're looking at the routes that the receivers are running. They're trying to figure out the pre-snap read that Dak is making, or understand pass protection, right? Play architecture, those types of things. It's for stat junkies, right? Stat heads, guys that love to crunch numbers, right? So if that's not you, that's okay. But I want you to give the video a chance. I think you might see some things, some aspects of the football game that maybe you're not used to paying attention to, and it might change the way that you watch the game on Sundays. This week's video is going to be taking a look at our first drive in the third quarter. You'll remember this is the drive that ended on the pitch play to Zeke, led to 3 points. We're going to break down some pass protection, some play architecture, and then the final 2 plays of the drive. And we're also going to be looking at some mechanics things that Dak is doing different that I think is leading to him being a little bit more accurate with the ball and consistent. Let's take a look. All right, so we're looking at the first drive of the third quarter. This is going to be a quick out to Coop. We are trying to test Davis. He's playing way off of Coop, but he's got his eyes in the backfield the entire play. Comes up to make a nice pass defense. But we're really focused this entire video on Dak's footwork, right? So this is his throwing platform. Quarterbacks want to throw from their throwing platform ideally on every single pass play, but they don't want to be on their throwing platform just when they throw. They want to be in their throwing platform the entire time they're in the pocket. This allows them to get the ball out on time. It allows them to be more consistent with their passes because their lower half of their body is remaining the same the entire time they're in the pocket, right? So this is a quick out to Schultz. You're going to see Dak. He was in his throwing platform the entire time. Now, this isn't something Dak has always done well. Now, Dak has always been an accurate quarterback, but these are the small things that quarterbacks look for to improve in their game. You're going to see him get real tall in the pocket there, and then he has to get back down into his throwing platform, ends up throwing the ball a little high. Now, this is a strike to Noah Brown, who wasn't active for the Tampa Bay game. I was a little bit surprised by that, but we can't let the results throw us off, right? We can't just be results oriented because then we'll never try to get better. So Dak here is getting really tall out of his throwing platform. And although it didn't impact this play, it's the kind of thing that can impact timing and overall consistency, right? So you're going to see him again, right? Get tall, gets back down into his throwing platform, throws a good ball. These games were against Atlanta, I think the second game of the year last year. This is against Seattle. For a breakdown of this interception, you can click at the top right-hand corner of the screen. But this is another play where Dak kind of gets out of his throwing platform. Now, there were some timing issues on the route, so I don't think this interception was on Dak. There were a couple of things happening that caused this interception, but we see Dak again getting tall in the pocket. This is against the Browns, and you see him right there, right? Standing up straight before he gets back into his throwing platform. Now, again, he throws a good ball, but this ball is just a little bit late, right? And you may think this is the split second it takes to go from being out of your platform to in your platform doesn't make a difference, but it's what makes this pass a contested catch rather than being an easier catch for your wide receivers, right? So it's something that I know that Dak was working on in the offseason. He wasn't just rehabbing from an ankle injury, but he was in the lab with his quarterback coach trying to figure out what are the small tweaks I can make to my game that are going to make me a better quarterback. And the reason I know this is because in this entire Tampa Bay game, he only got out of his throwing platform when he was running, when he was under pressure, and I think maybe 2 or 3 other times, right? So again, we see him in his throwing platform so that he can get this ball out on time, delivers a strike to Coop. This next, this is the same play, and we're going to see Dak get punished here, right, by a free defender. But this is nothing new. Dak shows a lot of heart in the pocket. This is a game against the Rams last year. This is CeeDee Lamb's first NFL catch. But Dak knows that he is about to get laid out, right? It's one of the reasons why, as Cowboys fans, we love Dak. He shows a lot of heart in the pocket. He's not afraid to go to get punished if it means a completion. This is play action, and Dak gets right into his platform right after the play action, allows him to get the ball out on time. If he's any later with that pass, it's probably broken up. So this is a play that I kind of hate, right? I really think the architecture on this play is bad. We're going to break this down. But Adams is covering Schultz. Ultimately, Adams is going to get into the hole. He's going to meet Zeke in the backfield and tackles him for a loss. Maybe Zeke was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he loses half a yard. But I'm breaking this down because so La'el Collins is getting into the second level. Schultz is going to come down and block his man. The reason I don't like the architecture is because these two guys are engaged with defenders. And so that leaves Adams, who had been guarding Schultz, free to just dive into this hole and make a play in the backfield, right? This is hopefully not a play that we run again until we figure out a different type of blocking scheme. But it kind of shows you how architecture can make or break a play. This next play is probably my favorite pass of the game, which is ironic because it's one of the plays, I think, out of 3 or 4 where Dak gets out of his throwing platform. He stands up a little tall, but he throws an absolute dime to Cooper. You're going to see it here from the end zone view, but Cooper is covered. I mean, it's a small window, and Dak throws a strike. We're going to break down the pass pro on this because the pass protection was really good, right? So you've got this defensive end and this linebacker rushing outside. The Mike is blitzing through the A-gap. The nose guard is going through the A-gap, and then you've got this stunt, right? So Zeke didn't get a whole lot of rushing opportunities, but he was great in pass protection. He's going to pick up the mic, and then Connor Williams is going to help out on Zeke's man and then come off of Zeke's man to pick up the stunt, right? Really good pass protection on this play. This is a drop from Gallup. Zeke hits him right in the chest. And so it puts us in 2nd and 10. And this is what's called climbing the pocket with a hitch, right? In the quarterback room, they call that a hitch. The reason QBs use a hitch to climb the pocket is because it allows them to stay in their throwing platform, right? So again, Dak stays in his throwing platform. This is probably a completion, but for this pass interference. This next play, we ran it once to the left side of the field in the first half for 6-yard gain. We ran it again for a 6-yard gain. I checked all of my plays from last year that I coded, and I didn't see that play once last year. So that's actually a new screen that is in the playbook. On this play again, Dak's got really good footwork, allows him to get the ball out on time with a lot of anticipation. You're going to see him throw this ball right when Coop is making his break, before he's out of his break. But again, Dak is hanging in the pocket, showing a lot of heart. And this is a read option. Dak is reading the conflict defender. Kind of hate, punishing your body for 2 yards, but Dak is making the right read. He's supposed to hold on to that ball. This is a designed rollout. You're going to see Dak hold on to this ball for a little bit, looking for Coop underneath. I really wish that he would have gotten the ball out quicker to Zeke, who is probably his second read. I think if he does, Zeke is probably able to hit this pylon for a touchdown. You're going to see 45 pointing at Shaq Barrett. He's not expecting Shaq Barrett to come off of Zeke so soon. Kind of hangs him out to dry. If Zeke gets that ball any sooner, that's a touchdown. But Kellen Moore has this dialed up into a really nice play. This is the pitch play to Zeke. This play should have gone for a touchdown. We're going to just look. They're in a single high middle field closed defense, which means we're in man-to-man all over the field, right? You've got this linebacker on Zeke and this other linebacker on Jarwin. So we're going to take this ahead just a few frames, and you're going to see they'll let these defenders go. These are the conflict defenders, and they do that so that Schultz and Ty Smith can wall off this linebacker, and that's going to allow Jarwin to be one-on-one with Zeke's man, right? So the way this play is designed, Zeke is just in a race to the end zone with this safety, and the safety is never beating Zeke to the end zone. Unfortunately, Jarwin misses his blocking assignment. Here's what coach had to say.
Well, I think the execution clearly, if you don't know if you went back and watched the tape or you just commenting off it live, there's, we have a clean play there. We got to execute the second level blocking better. and and I think it surprised them a little bit because that should be a race to the pylon, and I thought it was a good play call, and we just didn't, our execution wasn't what it needed to be.
From a different angle, we can see Jarwin just completely whiff on this block. I think if he gets even a little piece of him, Zeke probably scores. But when you miss the block completely, it's a tough. These guys are in the NFL, right? They don't miss a whole lot of open field tackles. As always, guys, if you like the content, you like the Cowboys, subscribe to the channel, give the video a like.